What's going on, you guys? My name is Vincilla, and welcome to yet another episode for the Binding of Isaac Repentance Plus episode. Doing the Eden run this time. Um, so for this time, we're just gonna go ahead and go into our run here. The only thing that's gonna be different is I am actually trying out something here, more so on the OBS side. So for this seed, it's gonna be J0, or it's not O since it's kind of slim, but yeah. So J0SQ, there's also like a little line right there. PJEV. All right, and we're starting off with Dad's Key. Also got Neptunus up on deck. We got actually pretty good stats for the start. I think Neptunus gives us a tears up, I think. Is it? Yeah, it gives us a 0.7 tears, so we were probably at like a decent set of tears to start off with. But since we started with Pluto, we got Whipworm. So why is this little... There we go. I don't know why the item descriptions just kind of like popped out there. Maybe I gotta test this out again and see if this is working still or not. But you know, what I'm testing for the recording is doing it vertically, and for what that means entirely is I'm actually thinking about doing some TikTok streams. Kind of like, you know, just recording my runs and also just streaming to the TikToks as well when I go over to the live on twitch.tv. Yeah. Oh, well, speaking of the heart containers that we started with, and then speaking of that, we actually got 2 soul hearts, which is, I mean, it's not really too bad if we're going on the furthest floors to prevent our devil deal to more so not just be shot down, in a sense, because if we just had like pure red hearts, then it's more than likely going to be a problem. But starting off with 2 soul hearts, it's kind of merely really dangerous, and more so we just don't want that to be we don't want that to be preserved. We want to save it as much as we can and not get hit anymore. Yeah, Whipworm as a trinket is going to be able to increase... Actually, probably could have got my way around to actually blow up right there, because more than likely that's going to be the secret room. Actually, does... Oh, it does. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, Dad's Key, I think, should open up the door to the secret room. And Dad's Key also can open up the boss trap room, if anything, so... we see those, then more than likely going to be able to open those and just go in. Yeah, Dad's Key just simply unlocks all doors if they're locked, and as well as what I mentioned before, the secret rooms and the boss trap rooms and the mob trap rooms as well. And here we're gonna get Haunt. So the vertical kind of thing, it's just more so it needs of a few tweaks here and there. What I wanted to get jotted down just a tad bit. Okay, that clown physic is just really insane there, game. But alright. What do I mean by clown physic is just more so having to get the enemy to be able to move sporadically, like when we're shooting, and you know, they just bob around in the sense to where they're kind of like, you can kind of like manipulate their movement a little bit, and that's kind of like how it is right here. Like we're able to slow down Haunt, just, you know, being a little bit of forward of them, just like so. But yeah, Styes Style pretty good since we got a good amount of tiers going. And yeah, let's just go on to the next floor. Alright, now we're down to one soul heart, which is not really entirely great. But we gotta do what we can to be able to survive, able to get the free bomb out of there. This is our item room to our left here. I'm gonna more than likely just wait. I mean, we could actually just see if we can use Dad's key in here, but I want to more so clear the bottom right here first, and it does look like it could be there. Kind of a way to go about these floating Isaac heads is kind of want to drag your shot or your tier, just like so. What I'm doing. There we go, and then from the top. I want to be careful because some of these can double hit, so it'll be like just one whole heart. There we go. So we're gonna try out Dad's key as soon as this clears, and it is there. We end up getting a key anyway. There's a secret room item here, which is astral projection. You know, taking light would be good and having special tiers, but I would more so just want to be able to have it permanently, if I'm gonna be honest. It's more so in a sense to where we end up having to take damage and then granting us like some sort of bonus. I don't mind at all, but in a sense for astral projection, we could get something better for like a secret room item, I feel. Our item room could contain the D6 or the internal D6 or maybe the D infinity. And we could probably use a free key to... Let's actually use a key in our item room. Or Dad's key, more so. And we get guillotine. So see, this is why I wanted to save a bomb. I mean, maybe we can just re-roll this, and then us being able to get close to bombing here is going to also blow up the machine as well. So that's what we kind of want to be careful with. Now, I don't mind guillotine, just having the damage and whatnot, but guillotine is guillotine, and having to have Isaac's head just float around us, Tammy's head's not that bad. But I'm kind of liking the idea that I can open up the secret rooms for free, especially when it comes to having Dad's key. I want to be able to get as far away as possible from the enemy there. So Tammy's head's not that bad of an idea, just because it overcharges. And what I mean is, like, you don't really need to clear rooms in a sense. Ooh, nickel. But you can actually just keep firing and it'll recharge over time. So let's see, let's spend last of this money here and see what we get. Cracked orb. A cracked orb is pretty good, relatively speaking. Just because upon taking damage, it'll reveal the random rooms on the map. So we could probably see where the boss is if we take damage. But I believe that's just for the floor only. Also, I could have probably seen if the secret room's right there and then just having the possibility of also getting that rock. That way we'd be able to get the chest there. But yeah, let's see. We get a chest and we get more keys. So having this much amount of keys, let's go ahead and open up the shop. Worst case scenario, I blow up the donation machine, which I kind of don't really want to do. Was there No, the secret room did not open. Right there. It could be in this other room, second to last, and it's not. I wasn't entirely sure where that one would be, actually. Okay, so we get Nun's Habit. Nun's Habit's not bad. If we get, like, more so of an active item that's worth having to get charges for. And it's not going to be here. Although we do get a bomb, so that's not even too bad entirely either. It's having a full clear just because we could probably get some coins as a reward for clearing the room. It's got somewhat of a high chance whenever that happens. Look at that. But yeah, Cracked Orb is not entirely too bad, but just maybe we could get something better. Besides getting Cracked Orb. So here's the thing. We're going to get a Devil Deal upcoming. And it's pretty smart to get the health just because it's giving 2. We could get a 2 Devil Deal, or we could get a Devil Deal where it could contain only 1 heart per container of the items themselves. So having 2 is just not too bad, essentially. But us losing movement speed is kind of a letdown, especially to Bucket of Lard. I do want to bomb this though, just not to be able to open up the door, but I want to see if I can get more value out of getting to use the bomb and getting more bombs, and we end up doing that. So yeah, only leaving with 1 bomb. It's the smart thing to do, but I'm just not liking the idea of us losing movement speed, especially when we have Neptunus. Just because it's kind of... Oh, it's not Neptunus, sorry. It's Pluto. Where is... Yeah, Pluto. But at least we got somewhat decent stats as of right now, but our movement speed's just... It's just not it right now. And here we get Monstro. And normally our runs, we do tend to take a little bit longer. So if we're just, you know, dilly-daddling enough, we're not going for completion marks or anything. We're just playing our run. Our normal run. And look at that. We got movement speed out of our boss item. So that's basically pretty good. We end up getting Jello. Jello and Headless Baby. Now, Jello's pretty good, considering that it's a 2-room cooldown. But I kind of want to stick with Dad's Key. Just maybe Mirror Soul just a bit. We could have a possibility of us just actually bursting down enemies a whole lot quicker if we ever need Jello. Which, you know... Yeah, let's go with them. Go with Jello. Let's get on. Let's sign up Jello. Don't mind me, just drinking my water. And Curse of the Lost. This is a mob trap room at the bottom here. It contain a block chest. We got a tinder rock here as well. Now, I'll say, we're kind of dodging all those bullets just because we're small. But our hitbox is also kind of already differentiated as well. And these, good lord, these spiders are just something else. I do not like, I'm not a fan of those ones at all, in a sense. The hell? It's a weird place for a beggar to be there. It's very weird. Now, something with Pluto as well is you can actually, if you have enough movement speed, if you gain enough movement speed, you can actually get in between these gaps as well. So I think if you just travel farther enough, or exactly just have enough movement speed to be able to get through the slot, essentially. It's kind of a weird kind of little trick, but if you're like really small, then obviously you could go through these gaps, and that can happen in the in this lovely game that is being played. I'm gonna go ahead and take out the two-headed Fat Isaacs and then get these greed heads. Just want to normally stand still in front of them. And here we got a dead end. If we're just going into the curse room, secret room is not going to be to the left. Not going to be in any way of that what we've seen so far throughout the layout, judging by it. Get a charge beggar. I got a bomb champion, so we kind of want to stay a little bit farther back. We could have the possibility of, yeah, never mind. So we could have the possibility of them just getting blown up and then having their homeboy just be like, ah, you killed me, you know. But yeah, I'm just entirely not playing it right. Oh, what the hell? This freaking gap. A little gap got me. Now maybe the secret room is below me. Depending on what this room is going to be. Purity. Now Purity cycles through the stats whenever we take damage. And one of those stats is going to be more than likely what we need. Especially when it comes to how it is right now. That's the big damage. So that's one of them. It also gives us a tears rate. And it also gives us movement speed and along with range. And here we go again. Yes, here we go again. The reason why I'm pressing those buttons is sometimes we get a small chance to actually spawn a restock machine. Or reroll. Or it can give us other rewards that the game wants to give us, you know? I'm gonna give it a shot here. It's not there, surprisingly. But yes, I do want to pick it up. And it's gonna give us damage. It's merely what I was going for. So that's good. Yeah, that's very that's kind of like a kind of very interesting. Unless if maybe it's more so above us, which it possibly could be. It is. I'm gonna use the bomb sacks here. Okay. Well, I kind of didn't want to lose that Soul Heart game. But here we are. Secret room just opened, and we get a free key out of there. We get a movement speed bonus from Purity, which is not too bad. We kind of need that. I would have totally liked to have our damage be up there. We have our shop right here as well. This rainbow poop is going to be able to replenish our HP. More so the red heart container. Yeah, buddy, you thought you had me, bud? Yeah, just think again. Think again. And I don't know, for some reason as well, we can go over these gaps. I don't know if you just seen that right now, but like it's so weird. And that's been happening like quite often. whenever I go and have these playthroughs. Like, I don't know. I don't know what that... I literally don't know. I legit don't even know anymore. Well, we get booster pack. Booster pack could contain some very important tarot cards, which we could have. We could get... Let's actually face boss here, since we do have Jello charged up. And we face the dark one. Jello is basically just much more of a familiar, and they're kind of just auto-tracking to whoever's in front of them. Or more so, anyone that's near them, they'll just fire at. And they'll do like 75% of our damage. And also, could copy our tier effects. There we go, we get Stapler as our boss item for this floor, so that's amazing to get. It's always good. Especially now, since Purity is going to kick in, then we're going to possibly be at 10 damage. So that's always pleasant. I'm going to stay over here. On this side of the map. And we just keep getting keys. It's very interesting. Not like bombs are not even important apparently, so I guess that's maybe so. Gonna want to get rid of these fires first, because they could be a menace. Than these green goblins. Goblins? Whatever they are. And it is up here. Oh, we actually got in there thanks to that bombing sack. A walking, floating bombing sack. I know it's got a name, but I don't really entirely know. I'm gonna go ahead and blow up the donation machine, because maybe we can get something useful out of the deck of cards. I mean, booster pack. Reverse strength card, Ace of Hearts, and the Queen of Hearts. Okay. Get a Blood Temperance, and the Devil card. Okay, so actually with us having to get Queen of Hearts, we could have a possibility of us actually getting a lot more and actually have a gamble to turn these red hearts into soul hearts. We're going to be able to go ahead and play the Temperance machine. Having the double hearts is kind of merely like a waste of a slot, if I'd say so. Just because like we don't have double heart containers. But we're going to go ahead and play this Temperance machine and hope that we get Blood Bag or something. Blood Bag or IV Bag, whichever. IV Bag is amazing as well. Kind of almost where we were before getting the booster pack. Actually, we're just about. And there's our IV Bag. We can go in the curse room. I could actually maybe find it. We do as well have the hearts there, but we can not really get to those. Let's actually go ahead and play Mob Trap Room. Get more monies and keys. It's amazing. It's amazing to have more monies. Just in case if we see something in our shop that's worthwhile to get. Also, our bonus from Purity was given movement speed again. That's honestly crazy game. I did not know that you can actually just give us the same thing of what we had before. The same stat. I don't know why that is. Here we go. We get double bombs now. Now let's look for our god dang cursor room. It might have been to the left here. Also have our fool's gold. I think it is somewhere right here though, because I did see it and I was like, oh, that's a cursor room and it leads to nowhere. There we go. Let's go ahead and use our IV bag in here. Get 2 red chests. And this guy. There we go. Look at that, we get 2 soul hearts out of the red chests and pills. Oh, here we go. I would have been really bad if we just left that behind and just, you know, gotten out of the curse room, having to go back in and wasting it. So that's a penny. Okay. I don't feel bad. I don't feel as bad. I'd rather lose a penny than having to lose a dime or a nickel. Because that would be pretty bad. That would be pretty bad. I was gonna open this, and we end up getting a full heart as well from the mimic chest. That's actually amazing. If we wanted a mid-max, then we could probably just let's pick up our devil card. Also get our bomb and pick up whatever this is. Basically a 6-cent key. That's crazy. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. And getting 5 cents. Alrighty. Pretty nice. Pretty good. Pretty good, ain't it? We can actually use it still. Thanks to the rainbow poop. We get 2 more cents out of it. And there we go. Now almost back up to... I mean, kind of already up there to where we were before, but... yeah. Now let's just head on down. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, hey, why don't you, you know, maybe stick with the IV bag like you wanted to and did what you were doing with the curse room, especially for the future floors. And that, my friend, I'd say, you know what, you're probably right. I maybe should have gone in. Also, I love how it just keeps giving us the same stat. Thanks, Purity. Giving us range. But yeah, you're probably right. Having to go into curse rooms, it's a hit or miss with them, especially. What we just got out of there, of us getting soul hearts, you know, it's on a very rare occasion that we get them from the red chest. Because we'd normally get troll bomb. That's actually, I think, much more of a higher chance for it to actually spawn than actually giving soul hearts. You might think, well, what about the pills? You could take pills, right? The thing is with pills, also, I'm just at this point like, actually, that's not the way how it goes. But no, yeah, that's certainly not the way how it's safe and all, because it can literally give us a bad stat as well. We get a tarot card here. We get the death card. Gotta really bother picking up the coin just yet if we desperately need it. Not minding enough to take on these spiders here, since they don't exactly move whenever you're in view of them, apparently. Kind of very odd for that to happen. And here's our curse room there, Cletus. But yeah, we could have gone with the IV bag, but considering our stats where we're at right now, and Jello actually probably helping us with bosses, it could make a difference. Especially with what they can do as a familiar themselves. So yeah. Also just want to point out as well about Purity. I'm gonna keep bagging on Purity. But like Purity, you given us like, I don't know, the same 2 stats back to back to back, and then not even giving us I don't know, a good old, like a good freaking, what's it called, like any tears up as well. Now scapular, when it comes to the item of actually playing the sacrifice room, is absolutely amazing. And at some point, if we do get a sac room, then I'll show you what it actually does. The scapular as a whole against rooms like the sac room is highly worthy to actually pick up if people know enough of what scapular does exactly. So you might have not read it to the fullest, but if we are essentially down to half a heart, then it's going to grant us a full soul heart. And that's us getting a red heart container to be at a half. So when that happens, it's going to give us a free soul heart. There's also some other things that it does as well. Re-entering in the room allows the effect to trigger again. Does not trigger from health donations. Yeah, it doesn't do that from the donations itself. Once per room. But yeah, basically that's just that. And the idea to actually have that work is you simply finding the sac room and then being able to put yourself at least half a heart and then re-entering and entering the room. And yeah, just being able to do that entirely. I'm gonna pick up Mom's box, see what we can get maybe. You know, Dim Bulb actually with Jello having to have a bonus to actually get that, especially when it's for a boss. That's actually pretty good, because we're essentially just spending our charges there. And yeah, we're getting all the bonuses whenever it comes to us activating Jello. To here we get Gertie Jr. So see, like that, able to get the good amount of stats, being at almost full HP. Get a double deal here as well for 36%. And here we get the Whore of Babylon and Book of Belial. Now, Book of Belial ain't that bad, especially when it comes to greed mode, since it's a 3-room cooldown. But Whore of Babylon, on the other hand, I mean, we would basically just need to take both of these in order for Whore of Babylon to kick in. So I think I'm gonna do that, actually, just so that way we'd be able to get the damage as well that we desperately need, as well as actually the movement speed as well. And now us getting damage, I think I'd rather actually pick up Book of Belial, since it actually is going to apply not only the damage, but it's also going to apply the effect of Dim Bulb as well. So I'm going to leave that there. And then also leave with the double card still. And as far as the secret room, let's see here. Yeah, look at that. We're recording still, and it's like a 30-minute run. It's always kind of how it is around here, especially. So here we go. That's a free room to go in. And we get Old Bandage. It's actually pretty good. Especially since considering the fact that it's a heart container, but we mostly drop a heart as well. And if we're gonna play some sack rooms, they could probably give us some hearts there as well. If we get double. Yeah, we have Carrion Queen. Ooh, I don't not like the way how they actually sound. Actually, gonna use the Bible here just so we get the damage bonus, as well as some other bonuses as well. I should have done it a bit sooner, so I'd add on to the charge as well. But we got a few floors ahead of us, so that's fine. Kinda had to be really careful with Carrion Queen, especially since now in this phase they're gonna be zigzagging. Also, I don't know how, but the red poops do not hurt them. But other enemies, they do get hurt for some reason. And yeah, I don't know what it is. I do not know what it is. So yeah, maybe you're thinking, oh well, now that you picked up Whore Babylon, maybe you should have stuck with IV Bag. Well, you're kind of right on that. But really now we ought to be realistic here. How would I even know that we're gonna get Whore Babylon, and then we're also gonna get Book of Belial and all that sort of stuff, you know? It's just one of those things that it's never know kind of situation. You know? So, yeah. How are you going to tell me, Mr. Know the Future, or Miss Know the Future, whoever's watching? And I'm definitely going to use these keys to get these amount of bombs. Are you kidding me? Or like kind of the bombs are being ratioed by the keys entirely, so why am I not gonna actually do that? Like, what the heck? It got me messed up. The floating Isaac head just doing its thing. Also like the way how it just curves around the turret there and then just is able to pass through their tier. It's kind of amazing there. When we get a room like this, I don't want to be careful with the turrets, or especially having the ghosts just spawn right on top of us. Are you kidding? Shot speed's pretty terrible now. Well, I don't want to say terrible, but more so not at a good pace either. Speaking of bombs being ratioed by keys, now it's the bombs ratioing the stupid keys. Here we go, we get an Eternal Heart now. So I'm gonna wait to pick that up, in case if we do get our 36% again with the Devil Deal. This is the host enemy. There we go. Could maybe have enough to... Yep. No, we just gotta get out. Somehow. Somehow. Some way. In our store. And... Ooh. That is a must-get for the blanket. As well as a soul heart right here as well. It's gonna fully heal us. But having blanket is just already pretty good as it is. And then we got a reverse card here. We get reverse justice. It's gonna give us a chest. It's gonna spawn 4 chests, 2 to 4 chests. Golden chests, I should say. Oh my, I almost went into that brimstone beam. Now we got damage from purity. And we got an Awaz. So with an Awaz rune, it spawns a crawl space. To either for us to go into the next floor or for it to spawn a crawl space. And what we're trying to do is spawn a crawl space to be able to get in. And a way to do that is you have to find markings like this on the floor that we're on top of. And simply just pop it there. And there you go. There's your crawl space. We're going to get coins and a chest here, which is going to contain just 1 more coin. And 1 each of a bomb and a key. So that's not bad. You do it anywhere else that's not on top of like these markings here, like this, for example. Or like this, or like this, or like this. Maybe this as well. You're gonna spawn just the you're just gonna spawn a hatch that's gonna go to the next floor. So yeah, that's basically how you do it. Especially when you get we get an Awaz rune, or we need to go deeper. And even maybe if you're trying to go for the Forgotten, having to get that broken shovel, I think that's what it's called. You can use that. Actually, scratch that. I think that's wrong. I think what it only does is stop the rune for Mom's foot to not come down at all. I think that's how it goes. Things like this are kind of genuinely a bit easier on a scale of just having to kind of go through the room. These tri-headed turrets can be my op sometimes, but you know, it could only be somewhat kind of difficult in a sense if you don't really know your movement patterns a bit well. And I'm gonna go the other way. Oh no, we already got our item room actually. I was gonna say, we need to find our item room. We haven't even found it. But I kind of forgot what we... Oh, we got Bomber Boy. That's what we grabbed. Bomber Boy is pretty much gonna make a bigger radius of an explosion, but also double the damage. And what I mean by a bigger radius is that it's gonna explode in a cross section. And a good example to showcase Sister Visses, just like that. Yep, and there goes both of them. So we do get a health HP upgrade. And our Devil Deal gonna be yet again Ocular Rift. Or not yet again, but yet again, what I meant to say is gonna be a not so much of a good Devil Deal. But just taking because we need to get down to no HP. But we also have a heart container as well. Or not a heart container. We have a Eternal Heart that we ended up getting from facing against Mega. Was it Mega? I actually forgot their name too. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, we're just gonna be going up upon getting that. Just that way we could probably get another double deal on the next few floors. How did I miss that? That's a pill. You can have that, game. You can have that. I'm gonna bomb these guys. Could potentially get a pickup item here as well. Not a pickup item, but like consumables and or a pedestal like that one. Now the Ocular Rift is already showcasing it, what it is right now, as one of the tiers has a chance to actually spawn the Ocular Rift here. And it's basically just having all the stuff on the floor just gravitating towards wherever I sent the Ocular Rift projection. It's a good item, but I'd rather want to, like, you know, just not have not as much crowd control in that sense, but just, you know what I mean? Oh, we can actually use the Ocular Rift to bring these guys out here. I'm gonna do that. We get Ice Cube. Ice Cube's gonna petrify the enemies if we have, or if we've entered in a room. But at a 20% luck. No. I don't know. I like having Dim Bulb and having the idea of just actually being able to use the Book of Belial, which we didn't actually use in this this floor, by the way. But we're just gonna stick with what we got right now. What a horrible night to have a curse. Oh, same room again. And yet, deja vu. Alright, so that sack room there, eh, game? That sack room. It can also gravitate, or it can actually pull enemies. And enemies can gravitate towards the Ocular Rift here. Which is something is pretty good, like I said, for crowd control. But it can go out of hand sometimes. And I've had runs actually to where it's it can crash my game. So I'd want to be able to have an ideal, like, kind of thing to where it doesn't really fire as much. But sometimes it just doesn't. Don't know why. It just so happens. That, like, my game's like, oh my god, you're doing this. Oh, I'm gonna crash. I'm gonna crash my game. And we get the dice room here, and it's going to basically just give us the D4. Yeah, that's what it's called, the D4 effect. Give me my bomb game. Now, D4, what I mean is that it's going to re-roll all of our items, basically, of the same pool of what we acquired our item in. But considering what we got right now, it's not bad. It's not really too bad. Especially since we kind of... Okay. Especially since we don't really have... Oh, wow, okay. We get an M trinket. Also, I just like how it continuously fired when I didn't even... Did I shoot it? I don't even know if I did. Yeah, these guys tend to spawn, or not spawn, they tend to spam that whole thing of what they do. I don't think Bomber Boy is gonna reach over to, or maybe it might have actually, since it's like all huge and all. We had another Ace of Hearts, but M is basically gonna re-roll our active items. And oh lord, yeah, Polyphemus. Goodness gracious. And yeah, I'm gonna pick up Polyphemus here. We're gonna get shot down of our tears rate, but a good thing of just having to get damage as well is just on our mindset right now for the current time being. I'm gonna want to wait until we could maybe use our Book of Belial for the boss, but that's gonna be Mom's. Actually, just Mom. Let's say Mom's foot, which is basically what it is. Also, game, you could have like just. Actually, that was a champion. What am I saying? But yeah, an obvious kind of blow to the tears rate, of course. I'm gonna re-roll the Book of Belial and ending up getting what is it called again? The prayer card. That's what it is. Okay. I was thinking at the top of my head, I was like, what is this item again? I forgot. Like big ol' whoops. We do have a battery on the ground, so we could probably just use it a bit sooner. Maybe like this floor, actually. Oh. Oh, funny game. You're actually interestingly funny. We get Odd Bandage actually kicking in. Now, I'm gonna want to go down to this much. We don't really have anything in our shop, actually, but we could possibly get... Okay, what the hell? Okay, dude, like, what is even touching us? Actually, I know, but it's just... Like, how, why? You know? We get an arcade machine. We get a charge beggar. So I'm gonna play this charge beggar. Just more so because we need to get our charges. If we want to cycle through with we want to cycle through with the active items we got. Thanks to M. And Butterbean. The Bible. Okay. I could pick up the Mega Charge, but I just kind of want to... Okay, Golden Teleport. That's going to probably teleport us to... I think it's going to teleport us to the Curse Room. If I'm not mistaken. Actually, it's going to teleport us to the boss. So what I'm going to do there, in case if it does... There is what is called a Tinted Skull on this map. And here we have it. I'm gonna use the full card if we get teleported into Mom. Now also using, or having a see earlier Nun's Habit could have been quite useful, as it affects charges whenever we take damage, and having to use a Temperance machine could probably indicate with our charges for the active item. And yeah, it's gonna give us Mom. We got a 2 charge cooldown, Or not 2-charge cooldown, but we got a 2-charge active item. We're gonna go ahead and beat Mom first. Or beat Mom's foot, I should say. And our blanket effect is gone now. Yeah, that Ocular Rift is definitely something. Let's go to the lamb. Actually, having a feeling we could can actually just maybe do a victory lap. I would want to ideally, maybe just because I haven't actually gone to one throughout the playthroughs that I've been doing. I was actually afraid that it was going to give us a double charge. Here we get Guppy's Paw. Now I'm going to pick up this. Just because we get Placebo. And then we get Sack Altar. And we don't have anything. Alrighty. Now we could look for the secret room. Probably be there. Into having to get also greed right here would have been really good to see. But yeah, Mr. Gift being the way that it is, it's very good for us getting tears, as well as shot speed as well. I'm gonna take it just because we don't really have an active item to re-roll through. Unless maybe we got one here. Ooh, hold on now. Hold on now. Hold on now. Well, actually, let's actually go in here first, our curse room, since we didn't go in our devil deal. And did I actually mean that we're gonna get, did I actually think that we're gonna get a red chest? Oh, no. That's a bit of a... Yeah, that's crazy, Doug. If we get the D100... You know, on second thought, I'm just gonna, yeah, keep this. The D100, what it's gonna do is it's gonna cycle through everything of what we have currently so far. So we're gonna lose all our items that we have, and we're gonna lose our stats as well as our HP possibly. But yeah, I'm just gonna stick with having to carry the D100 throughout the whole entirety of the playthrough, I guess. You know, that's one thing of what M could do, is it could give us relatively a really good active, really useful one at that too, or it can just completely screw us and give us what we don't really want. Now, having to kind of also, I don't want to get rid of these guys first. Having to get like one of the good actives, like Guppy's Paw, could have been good because having to proc the Whore of Babylon sort of effect, and that could have been a thing. And I would have just probably been like, yeah, we'll just keep this, and we won't have M in our possession anymore. So we're just gonna have permanent Soul Heart. That could have been really easily been thought of as well, but there are obviously a lot more interesting choices that we could acquire as well through M. like Genesis, or maybe more so of an R key as well. Could get those. Could get it through them, since it is an active item. But yeah. Definitely gonna dispense bomb here to get RC car or RC remotes. I don't really entirely know exactly what that means. Familiars move. Familiars mimic Isaac's movement. Oh, okay. Alright, I guess. Do those eye sockets not hit me? Also, how are you still... Okay. I'll say they're alive still for some reason, and I don't know how they haven't even taken any sort of significant hit. Just very odd. There goes our giant cell now, actually kicking in. Giant cell gonna have these little Isaacs that's following me. Just be essentially like our little guard. And if we took enough damage too, we could have a whole army of them as well. Which is honestly pretty funny to me. And here we get bloat. Green bloat at that. Green bloat is kind of dangerous. But one of the more easier ones to cycle through. We get box. And ooh, we get a restock. Reroll. Judgment reverse. So I'm going to keep that. Maybe we go in the dark room. So, yeah, let's just go to the next floor. Could have a higher probable chance of us getting the double deal now, since we are at 100%. And yeah, we do not need to be in this room at all. Not gonna mess with that room. You can have that room, game. But yeah, us now being able to fire as frequently now than before, especially when we have Purity procced. Did I say it was procced? Now I'm gonna play the Temperance Machine just so that way we get the effects again. We got range up. I actually should have taken the whole heart. And here we go. Odd bandage actually kicking in. And yet again we got more range. Alright, game. That's like the third time in a row that that's happened. Something tells me as well that we don't even need to be in this room as well. So, yeah. Or this one. No, I could just cycle through those rooms and then just call it there and have it an easy way or whatever. But, yeah. I'm just wanting to go where the path, you know, keeps going. And if the path ends, I don't want to be there anymore. Don't want to be there anymore at all. And yeah, we just keep going to the wrong ways of the map. Now, let's go to the west side. West side, best side, am I right, guys? Am I right? Totally not biased, and not from the west. Totally not biased. That is what you call a dun dizzled kind of room. know how that tier just actually went about just going like that. And now we got granted movement speed. It's an interesting game. Have this big room as well. Did that spawn a mimic chest? Of all things. Now, we were actually just a few feet away from their game. I don't know if you noticed, but that's been happening a lot. To where... Oh, was that a rainbow champion plug? But yeah, I don't know if you noticed, game, but like, that has not happened at all. Only giving us a range up for some odd reason or another. These mini Isaacs. And that's the reason why I'm saying the Ocular Rift could be a bit dangerous. And Guppies I am definitely going to want. Just because not only that it's going to get rid of our heart container, but it's a Guppy item. And yeah, let's just go down further. And here we're in the shoal. Gonna be able to face Mega Stanley. Or Mega Satan. Or not Mega Satan, Satan. Buddy, you wanna... Buddy, yeah, you wanna calm down there? Also, I think I've never seen these guys. They have, like, scratches. All over. Yeah. How about you dodge that, huh? How about you dodge that? How about that? And here we get Pestilence. Kind of want to see what this card is. Maybe it's an Emperor card. It's a death card. Emperor card is just gonna have us teleport to the boss. And we get Karma. Is our trinket. And yeah, something tells me... Thank you, game. Something tells me that we didn't even need to be in that room at all, so yeah. Also, want to point out that we got more range. This is probably like our 10th time getting range upgrade from Purity. Just want to point that out. And... Ooh, Soul Heart. Very generous of you, game. Actually, just gonna leave that there. Oh yeah, just kind of one step at a time. We just gotta get rid of these guys. We get Loki in this big room. Yeah, there you go. Ocular Rift. There you go. And that's what I mean with Ocular Rift, just being pretty dangerous as well. As it could just pull the enemies towards us, and if we're in the way of fire, then it could end up just getting got. So yeah. Okay, I don't know how that actually... The game, I want to replay that. Like, I genuinely want to replay that. Like, actually. Gonna be able to bomb the... Okay. Bomb Goat's Foot. And yeah, keep going on down into the dark room. Now, I don't know what it is, but it is pretty hot in here. That's why it's 90 degrees in my room. And around this time too, our sun is actually our sun is actually hitting in the direction of my window, so it's probably just insinuating like a lot of heat. And yeah, that's just honestly just not what I really wanted to actually have either. Let's go ahead and use this. I could have probably picked up the Guppy's Collar, if anything, but also these. We get Capricorn. I don't know why it's like actually cycling through all the other stuff as well. We get Dr. Fetus. We could just actually re-roll for this pedestal. This is like actually the 4th time that I've seen Dr. Fetus, by the way. Like the actual 4th time. I'm gonna grab Capricorn, so that way we get the stats up, and then as well as get a heart container. If we see something interesting, that is Uncle Holy Water. And then we get Deadeye. Okay, Deadeye is pretty good. Especially since now that we have Polyphemus. Yeah. Let's grab that. And maybe if we can get more... Or if we see something that could actually counterplay the red heart containers. And yeah, that's basically what she wrote. Now Deadeye is going to continuously give out... or output damage, as you can see at the bottom there. Be able to stack up the damage. It would be pretty nice if we gotten okay. These are actually dangerous as well. Alrighty. I don't want to clear out as much as we can, just so we can get our heart containers back. And there we go. Okay. It's actually relatively close to us actually getting damaged there. There we go. Kind of thinking that it's going to be in the direction that we're going. Polycephalus. It's not going to be too bad. That pill could be balls of steel, but we're not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk that entirely. I also don't really mind full clearing this room just because we need the charges pretty bad. Also, I think that's, yeah, that is the door to Megastan, Vince. I don't know what the heck I'll be doing, but yeah. Also, yes, that is my name. Not that it matters, but yeah. You're like, who's Vince? Who the hell is Vince? And now you know. The more you know. We get one more charge here and we'll get... I actually don't really like Cage that much. At all. Just shut down one of them, that's good. There we go. Get our Satanic Bible kicking in hopes that we get... Okay, that's actually pretty crazy. That Ocular Rift actually really messed me up. We'll get Mega Fatties here. I'm gonna need to constantly be on the move and get rid of one of them. And yeah, the reason for being is because they could just jump continuously like this. Although there are some champions that can do that. But we honestly just need to be on our toes still. There we go. Big 2 charge. Big 2 charge. And this is honestly what I'd like to see more. I think also Ocular Rift kind of contributes the damage, actually being able to put in enough. It's very weird. One more room and then we could fully charge. Could also get a potential soul heart from this blue fire. We can, and unfortunate that we do not. Alright, so we got 4 hearts. Could full clear more just to probably get maybe more items. But I think we're just good with what we got right now, especially since us having Bomber Boy as well. 26 bombs, that's not too bad. The idea here is just to have Ocular Rift do its thing. There we go. Needed to back up just a bit. Just because of the Bomber Boy. And there we go. And yeah, let's do a victory lap. Why not? So essentially what a victory lab does for future floors like this is just going to be basically a new seeded run, but it's going to carry over all of our items of what we got in the previous run and consider it to be a victory run. So for this seed, it's going to be 0A0N 2CV4. And yeah, it still carries over what we got from the previous floors. But more so because I kind of wanted to see what it would look like if I had actually gotten... Oh yeah, I forgot we had Plat File. If I had gotten the full amount of items, because I think it can go 2 more rows of what you see on the right. Come on, game. But yeah, you're essentially just surfing through the floors here as well. Bumfriend. Bumfriend is, I mean, he grabs coins and gives you, like, whatever he wants to give you, I guess. Which is certainly not what I'm down with. Got a world card. I'm gonna carry that one on through. And we get the Fallen, our first boss. Very interesting. We got Death's Touch. Okay. Death's Touch is pretty good. What I could have done prior is actually pop my Satanic Bible. And yeah, this is just gonna pierce the enemies itself. 2 clubs. But we're kind of We're kind of just cruising on through. Kind of just cruising for a bruising. Now, in some cases, we can go an alternate path. It's called alt path, but that'll probably be a different day. I'm definitely going to buy Soul Heart here. There's also a 3-cent full charge that I'm going to want to get as well to be able to possibly just, you know, get more Soul Hearts as well. Get metal plate. Oh, okay. Alright, game. You just don't want us to have any kind of fun, huh? Don't want us to have any kind of fun. You get Ragman. It's Black Ragman. Gonna get a rich red HP upgrade and get Krampus in our first devil deal of that entire floor itself and get ahead of Krampus. That's a bit interesting game. We'll say. That's a bit interesting to just actually give us just that alone. Bit interesting, I tell you. Get 5 more cents back thanks to the Guppy's Eye reveal. Secret room could be here as well, possibly, and it is. Get a golden poop. And look at that, we get more monies. We're gonna get Hive Mind as well. Why not? Why not? Just to contribute as well to Spider Baby. And yeah, let's now just go on Disney on. And our Devil Deal's gone. Going into the caves as well. Forgot that we have flat file. That way we can go into these curse rooms. And now we're just gonna, yeah, cruise on through with this level as well. We get Lust here. So you give us a pill. We also got damage proc from Purity. If you notice, the aura kind of color around Isaac is red. So for it being red is indicating that we have a damaged power-up. And if it's yellow, I think that's the... I think that is the range. As well as for it being... Ooh, 9 volt. 9 volt would be amazing here. So that way we won't have to fully charge our... Or not fully charged, but we would have to spend for getting 5 charges instead of 6. And also our item room. Pulling Hourglass. It's pretty good if you want to negate, say, for not having flat file. And then actually being able to see what's in the curse room. And if it was just nothing but like spiders that you'd seen and no drops of any sort of reward, then you could just use Glowing Hourglass. Because it'll be a-okay. It'll be just like it never happened. Cat of Ninetales. We also get the Perfection, which happens if we end up getting, I think, a few consecutive boss kills while being untouched. I think that's how it works. Gonna see if the secret room's there or here. It was out there all along. We get Binge Eater. We get Binge Eater. Binge Eater is gonna basically cycle through like the items itself, and we could possibly just get damage up from there. but at a down count of us just getting to lose movement speed as well. Look at that! Look at our damage there, being at 66. It's actually insane. Obviously, it kind of dwindles down our damage just because we keep missing our shots. Thanks to Deadeye. And Deadeye, if you forgot, Deadeye just kind of gives us damage enough if we consecutively hit our enemies. And we just keep going the wrong way of the floor. Oh. And we took damage. Give me my war card back there. Now we could use our Satanic Bible. Just because the way how it works is basically replacing her boss item to a devil item. But, actually maybe it might be going this way because it might be going to the right. Which could actually lead into a nothing burger of a floor room. Yep. Oh. Okay. Or I could just do that. We got a movement speed bonus from Purity. And here we go. Here's our boss. And we get Rag Mega. Who's Rag Mega dead. And I'm gonna take Binge Eater. I get Curse of the Darkness as well. On this floor. Binge Eater, the way just how it works is our damage is essentially going up. And we need to constantly kind of eat. That's sort of the idea of the item. Is that if we keep eating, then we could have a good possibility of us just getting more and more damage. And I'll take a Binge Eater. Oh boy, this room. This room is definitely something. Actually, we're not gonna have enough. Just barely gonna be short of 1 cent. I don't know where our boss is. What we got? Yeah, I'll take a Binge Eater. People kind of hate on Binge Eater from what I've seen as well. It's kind of interesting. Like, it's a good item overall. But I don't know, just maybe, oh, it's making the run easier now. Sort of thing. We get Jupiter as our planetarium item. But you know what? I'll take Binge Eater. Now, like I said, just having the effects as well, taking Binge Eater is just gonna have a way of just actually being able to not be well worth taking, just because it also makes us pretty slow. So yeah, just be wary of having to have that happen. And would you look at that? This is just the room where it leads to nowhere. So let's just get out of there. And who's this gonna be? Bloat. That's the second time We've actually gotten blow for this floor specifically. And the same variant as well, which is very interesting. Take damage. And, okay. So, let's get Backstabber here. Then we're also going to get Twisted Pair. Because Twisted Pair is just so much. And, let's just go ahead and take, Binge Eater. And, you know, considering what we can do now is we can pop Satanic Bible. Just because we're in the floor that we could just be able to ignore the... what's it called? Possibility of us just having our item being replaced to a devil item. But in this case, it's going to spawn the Polaroids. So we don't need to really worry about that too much. Okay, what is... okay. It's interesting. Now we don't have Spectral Tears, so we gotta go through all these rocks. But really, it's just gonna be no problem at all. Also, that was a champion. That was a champion leaper. Ironically, funny. Let's keep going to the right here. It's going to be our item room. And, you know, let's just take Binge Eater. Now, this is definitely going to be a test to see if, like, you know, maybe if whatever I need to do to resize the membership card. But we are looking at the movement speed here, so that's kind of what I want more. It's also going to slow down time as well, which is also good with stopwatch. And also good into being able to get the boss room, or the boss rush. Okay, where do we gotta go, game? I think we went that way, and I thought that was a dead end. There's a vault right here, which just... ooh, hold on. Maybe we can just simply... oh, actually, I was lying. I did not know that this room... I actually didn't even go to that room. I was thinking I came from the left. And then I was like, oh, there's another room that is pretty useless. Because it's not a way to go through. But I guess I thought wrong. So many red hearts on the floor. And just to think when I was going to show off Scapular, we did not actually get a sack room as much, but also not really having in mind that I wanted to show it off. Just because we had other things to worry about. And here we go. Now we're going to face Mom. Or Mom's Foot. And it's going to be Blue Mom variant, which spawns more ads. But that's not going to be a problem. You get the Polaroid, and we got all this. Normally, it's good to take Eden's Blessing, just because it gives us an extra item from the previous run. But I kind of don't really like something like that to give us something extra. So I'm going to take Seraphim. Ooh, I almost take Binge Eater. Now, the two of the familiars that I have right now is more so of the familiars that you should take when it comes to that. Because I've mentioned before, having to go and get the conjoined transformation is just something that's not good. especially since it just lowers the damage and splits into 3 ways. And yeah, something that's just not entirely wonderful at all either. And it also just reduces the damage. So that's what we also don't want to have happen. And yeah, this is also boss rush. I'm also just hitting the rock and not hitting the target. Come on, Isaac. What are you doing? What are you doing? We do have a boss counter as well above us. Just because I kind of really want to see where the heck we're at. I think it's just because of like actually going for boss rushes as well at a certain point for the completion marks. And ooh, Mikura Mycosis. This is also pretty good. So let's go on Disney on. All right. Let's go on to our left, and yeah, this is just a room that we don't need to be in. The reason why I see it is because as soon as we step in a room, a room next to us is gonna appear, and we get Taurus. Taurus, I kind of forgot what it does. It slows speed in hostile rooms. At 2 speed, we become invincible. Well, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Just because we have Binge Eater. And speaking of, let's go ahead and take it. Go ahead and take Binge Eater. Also, us having good amount of shot speed, as I had mentioned, that it was pretty bad earlier. Also, this is... Never mind. I was gonna say, this was a good area to get Cardio Coin in. Just because it's only gonna... The coin is gonna spawn pretty obvious in that small gap there that we were going through. But, nope. Totally forgot that it goes to the other spots of the room. So yeah, there went that. Just go ahead and face our boss. It'll be Conquest. Conquest is just gonna give the pony. And also Binge Eater. We hit the mark. And the mark is more so ideal just because of the speed as well as the damage. And would you look at that? We're full of Black Soul Hearts. Gonna be able to use the world card here, see where we gotta go, and go up above. Up above the sky. Like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I think that's how we're doing. Whoa, and it's a troll bomb there. Oh, here's our sack room that we were looking for 20 minutes ago. Oh wait, what an appearance he made there. It's honestly just insane. Let's just go ahead and face it. Lives, mom's hurt, whatever you want to call it. And down she goes. Down she goes. Let's go say hi to Hush real quick. Let's go say hi to him real quick. Let's go ahead and say hi to old Hush for us. We get a fire rate up at a permanent. So that's pretty good. I don't want to stick with Whipworm actually, just because of the shot speed. What I like. And we'll take a Binge Eater. I'll take the Swarm actually, just because it also kind of blocks the. Oh lord. Oh geez, we got almond milk too up in here. What the heck? I'd rather take Charge Baby from this than Champion Belt. It's already on hard mode as it is. And, you know, we'll just... I'm gonna take a Binge Eater. Let's go say hi to Hush. Let's say hi to him real quick. And yeah, all these sites that are just going through, kind of at a interesting kind of way. Yep, there he goes into his second phase. Yeah, also having Deadeye just kind of doing things in Ocular Rift. Yeah, just standing here. Ocular Rift doing its thing and taking care of them tears. This is a really I keep thinking of that one song by Chevelle where he goes, "Seen red again, seen red again." I'm gonna get copyrighted now. All right, now let's go on up. Just about almost done with this run, and we got 2 more floors to go through. What do we got here? We got an interesting amount of a way to go through all this. And I just want to see something real quick, though. Or actually, no. Wait. No, it's not a reverse justice. Ah. So it does give us Soul Hearts. I was wondering why it didn't that one floor game. What happened there? I was wondering why it wasn't even doing that. We got Fistula. And Fistula is just... she's just gone. She's gone all the old woodwork. As well as regenerating Holy Eye. Holy Eyeball. And yeah, that's also not the way to go. There we are. What the hell is this room? I've never seen this room at all before in my entire life. I'm playing Isaac. But speaking of Isaac. Hey, buddy. I want to say hi to good old Ocular Rift here. Now, even though we have high enough damage, we apparently can't burst him out of second phase or relatively any kind of phase at all. So, I guess that's just that. Oh, and Curse of the Blind. Just when we thought the game was just gonna continuously give us one of these builds, it just shuts us down with being like, oh no, we actually don't want you to get these items at all. We just want you to finish the run. Yada yada yada. And that I say, alright game, alright, just give me Just give me Blue Babby. Alright. Just give me Blue Babby. It's also not a way to go. Oh wait. We could go further. And speaking of Blue Babby. What's up, Blue Baby? How's it going? All of your homies are gonna come through, right? And yeah, just have that happen. Now you thought I was just gonna say hi to Hush. Let's go say hi to Delirium. Deliri Yizzle. Now, probably my favorite floor in terms of soundtracks. We even at one point had this playing through. Now it's kind of distorted just because of stopwatch, but you can barely kind of hear it as well. But I was like, ooh, this sounds such aura. I think it's called Terminus. The soundtrack itself, I kind of forgot. But it's also on Spotify. And yeah, that's what it's called. But yeah, like I said, I kind of forgot. Get our first boss room. On Delirium, the way how this floor works is that there's going to be multiple boss rooms. And we essentially have to find Delirium. But we also get... let's see. I actually want Beelzebub. I'll take up Cesfan. Beelzebub transformation is going to make all the flies friendly. Basically, any form of flies. And here's a regenerating champion, and also double champion. What the heck? Yeah, charge key. And yeah, let's just go ahead and try to find Delirium here. And here he is. Here's Delirium. There you are, bud. How's it going? Delirium's one of those fun boss fights. Just because he just continuously, like, transfers through. And sometimes he does have his BS kind of stuff, too. And there are still bugs as well that I'm not fully aware of, that I haven't seen or heard of. But that's just gonna be that. And down goes Delirium. Full charge, thanks to Charge, baby. And that's gonna do it for the run. Essentially a good run overall. We were kind of just worried a little bit with survivability, just a bit much going into the dark room. But we ended up pulling through. And Polyphemus just kind of paying off itself from, actually not only Polyphemus, just Bomber Boy themselves. Just being able to show up and passing through, I believe, like the first phases, or a few phases as well, from the Lamb themselves. And having the showcase the victory lap and all the other stuff as well, aside from Alt Path and Mother or the Beast. You know, that'll be for another day. But if you enjoy this, thank you so much for watching or listening, and I will see you guys in the next video. You guys take care of yourselves, stay hydrated, and as always, I'll see you guys next time. And until then, so long.